Hello, so these are photos from the night before that I forgot to add to yesterday's video, so that's what these are. And also this video is really long, but fast forward if you want to when it actually gets to the part where we're going out and doing things. The first part of this video is just me talking about some random stuff. But either way, I hope you enjoy and thank you for being here. Remember to like, subscribe, comment something kind, and I'll see you soon. Hello and welcome to another day here. I was hoping that hopefully you can hear it. There's a rooster making their, what do you call it? Rooster noise? Whatever that's called. I really enjoy that sound because it feels like I really am in like some other country or like some tropical place. I don't know why. Maybe because I think when I was in Mexico, there was lots of rooster noises. But anyways, I'm just gonna sit here for a little second, sip on some of this coffee, cheers, and just kind of awaken to the day. And then I will do a little update of what's been going on and what the plan is for today and the upcoming days and all of that. For now, you know, certain mornings I wake up and I'm like mute. I can't really talk or compute. I just need to slowly awaken. So that's what I'm gonna do. Okay, so sorry, I get a bit awkward. Actually, maybe I should go, okay. I just keep switching locations because I have a very difficult time focusing on talking, making a video or diary entry when there's potentially other people around that are listening. Not that they're trying to listen, but you know, if there's other people around in the vicinity, it's like hard for me to be in that flow of chit chat. And what I speak of is the neighbor over there. He's like right next. These houses are really funny. Like some of them are super far apart. Some of them are literally right next to each other. Some of them are like way up here next to the street. Some of them are way down here into the woods. And they're all different types of houses. So it's quite an interesting neighborhood. But that neighbor over there, he's like literally right next to them. And he seemed to be outside like listening to some music. And I don't know. I have a very hard time talking when someone's listening, or someone's could listen. Okay. Anyways, yeah, good morning. I slept in until like almost 9. I was supposed to say 9 p.m. I slept in until almost 9 a.m. Also, I feel like even though I'm here in North Carolina, I still feel kind of short of breath. Like when I talk, it's like certain days anyways, I have to be like, take these deep breaths again. So maybe it's actually me, and maybe it's not due to the air quality from the fires in Canada. Either way, so yeah, last night I could not fall asleep. The past couple nights I've been quite good about going to sleep early, which is just a miracle. But, why is this car right in front of the house? Oh, okay. It really is a different culture here. I guess that is anywhere, but just interesting. Like, it really feels very, very different. I mean, it could just be due to like the neighborhood, but the culture here. Okay, sorry, these cars are literally just stalling right up front, out right there, and then there's someone walking right there. I know it shouldn't matter, but yeah, it distracts me and then I feel awkward. So anyways, so yeah, my brother, okay, everyone, my mom, brother, sister-in-law, and my sister are actually all at Duke University right now. Probably at the Gardens. I didn't really ask specifically, but okay, I think we're in the clear. I'll put this back. Which is one of the places that I actually really did want to go to this time, because last time I was here, which was 2 years ago, we went, or actually I was by myself for some reason, so I think they dropped me off at the Gardens, and that's where I was wandering around, and it was just the most gorgeous gardens, and that's where I met my continued friend. I guess now it's been a 2-year anniversary, because yeah, it was pretty much exactly 2 years that I was here last time. My friend Rand, the surfer dude who travels the world and sort of lives in like Southern California. Excuse me. He's kind of an older guy. But you know, he just feels like a friend, and he, excuse me, I don't know, we're just like, it was one of those really cool things actually. It's a very special kind of way that we became friends. Like, I was at the Gardens, and as I said, like, I was by myself, but like, I think my mom and brother were like somewhere. They were doing something else, like somewhere else. I don't know. So I was kind of just like dropped off, but also about to meet up with them. So it's like with my family, but split up from my family during that little period of time. And oh my gosh, there's a little wasp thing in here. But anyway, so I was sitting at this bench, and I was kind of like in a meditative state, just like looking around, just like at the park, I mean at the Gardens, just like purposefully just like sitting there and just taking in the surroundings, being very like excuse me, being very present and stuff. And then this guy walks by, and you know, we both just acknowledge each other, just like, you know, smile or whatever, nod or whatever people do. But it was a pretty busy area, I will say. There's like actually a lot of people at these Gardens. But I do remember, like, he walked by and I was like, he seemed like just, we understood each other. Like, I felt like we were on the same wavelength. I mean, even just in that really brief little meeting, or I mean, not even a meeting, just him walk by, I was sitting on the bench, just like smile or whatever. And I was like, man, he gets it. I mean, this was just my intuition, or just my snap thought, you know, just like, he's just like, yeah, as I said, he's a bit older. Like, I don't know how old, like probably my dad's age or something. I don't know. But yeah, he had this very youthful, like jubilant, humored kind of energy about him. Just like, and he looked like he was meditating, like as he was walking, like, and he's just like in this joyous state. And he's just like, you know, he's just like emulating this very special, peaceful and very joyous kind of energy, you know? And I was like, I really did very much notice, and I was just very much like, he seems really cool. There's something special about this fellow. Yeah, so I don't remember exactly all my thought processes, but either way, I was like, that's cool. Okay, you get the gist. Anyway, so then I just continue to sit there, of course. I'm just there, and then the guy is like walking around, and I don't know, he goes somewhere else. And then like, I don't know how long later, like maybe 5 minutes later, 10 minutes, I don't know, he like came around the loop again, because I was sitting on this thing where you like can walk up and around, and there's like a fountain or something down there. Anyway, so he came back around again, and I don't really remember exactly what he said, but it was something like, hey, he said, this is him talking, he said something like, hey, I feel like you're an interesting person. Or I don't know, he said something pretty much the exact same thing as what I was thinking, you know? Something like, you know, I feel called to connect with you, or something like that, or something in that sense. Like, it wasn't anything creepy, you know? It was just like something just kind of like acknowledging that there's like a special little connection. And I was like, yeah, you know, totally. And I was like very, you know, very happy, because I was like, oh, what? Like, what are the odds, you know? Oftentimes, like, when I feel like something like that, I mean, in this case, it did feel genuine, but sometimes I'm like, maybe it's just me that feels like this cool connecting energy. But either way, so he sits next to me, and, you know, we just start to chit chat, and he's like super friendly, and just like, yeah, turns out that he's like this traveling dude that is also, I don't really know all of his details, but apparently he was like extremely rich, and so he got to go all over the world and la-di-da, and he learned so much from that. He realized that, you know, life isn't about going from adventure to adventure, like it's all about going within and meditating, and he's all about all that type of life. And now he like has students of his own or something, like people that, or like he's a counselor or something, where people, you know, seek him out to get spiritual advice or just like guidance, guidance on spiritual life stuff. I don't know. In which I totally understand, because I'm like, he has that aura about him, you know, kind of like a walking monk. I don't know, maybe not monk, whatever the term would be. Either way, so it's a very special experience. But the extra special, the reason that it like, I mean, that's already special and we still keep in touch and like there's more to it, but the extra special part actually, which I do want to make a video. I have all these different like ideas recently of like kind of more deeper, I guess you could say, like more serious kind of videos. Yeah, but anyways, one of which would be, which I have done this before, but I think either I took them down or I misplaced the footage, I don't know. But one of which is panic disorder. Panic disorder is what it's called. But it's like really a lot to do with like social anxiety stuff. Anyways, so I do want to talk about that sometime, because it's like been a big part of my life for like over 10 years. But anyways, it's a whole long story, but the main gist is he was sitting next to me and I was starting to get those panic symptoms, just like panicking, if you've ever felt panicked, okay? And like I was just like needed to escape, you know. It's just like immense, even if the person is an awesome person, like it happens with literally anyone. I experience these things and it just comes on a whim, just bam, suddenly I'm just like, my body is in a state of panic. And as I said, I will explain it, because it actually is like quite interesting, like how that type of stuff happens and like why it continues to happen. But either way, so yeah, that happened and I was just starting to panic and like feel like, if you have ever felt anxious, it's like, here's anxious, here's panic, okay? It's like your body is saying, well, for me anyways, it's saying, get out of there, run away, escape. And it's like your body is like freaking out, and like I sweat profusely and like just, I can't think straight. Like someone is talking to me and I just like cannot hold a conversation, because like my whole body is just like, run away, you are in extreme danger. And I don't actually think that. I'm not thinking I'm in danger. Like it's not like I'm actually with a scary person or something. Okay, it's gonna take a separate video for me to actually go into that topic, so stay tuned. I will talk about that, but either way, the main gist is I was getting that panic. And you know, for some reason with this certain person, I felt very comfortable to like, for one of the first times ever, okay? I almost never like to talk about panic disorder, especially when I'm actually experiencing it. More on that later. But in this instance, like, you know, this random person, we're talking, we're connecting, and like it was really, you know, cool. So I was like, you know what, I was like, to be honest, I'm getting really, really anxious. I think that's what I said. I said something like that. And he's like, okay. And he handled it so well. A few of the other times that I've told people, like in the moment, which, you know, no offense to them, but like they did not handle it well. They was like being kind of judgy about it, or just like saying whatever, you know. But he actually took it to heart, okay? Because for me, it is like the most vulnerable thing ever. He took it into stride. He didn't push me about it, like didn't ask me a bunch of questions, you know, didn't question it, you know, anything like that. He's just like, oh, he took it into stride. And he's like, okay. He kind of like diverged us, or whatever that word is, diverged us, whatever, from the convo. I mean, from like that topic. And he specifically was not looking at me. He was looking ahead. And he was just talking very slowly and calmly about himself, or about whatever we're talking about. But he took the reins of the convo and he just kept talking very, very calmly and like not looking at me. Because also we're sitting quite close to each other, just like looking at each other. Anyways, it was the first time, and perhaps maybe the only time, I think, that one, I was actually able to tell someone in the moment, hey, I'm experiencing this and it's pretty intense. And two, where I was able to flush through it without any like judgment or anything. Oh, it's just like, again, it's a lot to go into, and I've already talked so much, and this isn't even what I was planning to talk about in this video, so I'm gonna scoot past this. But the main gist is that happened, and then I was like, okay, I'm feeling better now. Like I feel back to normal. Like I'm able to chit chat again, and then he even explained. He's like, yeah. He's like, it's just, he knew the practices. He knew how to handle it. He even said, he's like, I specifically was not looking at you. I specifically was looking elsewhere. He's like, I specifically, as I already said, like I purposefully like took over the conversation so that I could just relax. And I think he even said something like, okay, he's like, just, you know, do your best to calm down and like take some deep breaths and stuff, and I will just, you know, keep talking or whatever. Anyways, it was like, and this may not translate. I feel like I wasn't planning to talk about this right now, so I may not have explained it very well and stuff, but hopefully you kind of get the gist. It was just like a very special experience, and I was like just so grateful for his way of handling that type of thing. And then I was able to get through it and actually have this amazing conversation with this person, Rand, his name is, and that's like my favorite thing. I mean, I love when I don't have panic, which happens really a lot actually. So that was like one of the coolest thing ever, where he would just let me get through it, and then I was able to jump back in and just be myself. Woohoo! So yeah, as I already said like 5 times, I will talk more about that at a different point. But the main gist of what I want to say here though is, yeah, I'm still here in North Carolina. My sister leaves today, and I just woke up. I could not fall asleep last night, and so I woke up later, and which I'm happy because I needed extra sleep because I went to sleep late. Also, I put a little bit more pink in my hair, which I might put more pink in my hair later today because my sister-in-law has a bunch of hair dye. So maybe I'll show some of that. But this is getting so long, I might just make this a separate video at this point. Either way, I woke up and my sister was like, hey, we're actually leaving in like 1 minute for Duke to go for a walk. And I was like, as you saw earlier, I like couldn't talk this morning. I was just like, meh, what? So anyways, I come downstairs and I'm like, oh, I was kind of a little bit disappointed because I did want to go. But ultimately, it's okay because I would just get drenched in sweat yet again. As I said, it's just been constant just sweat. So I'm happy to be here not walking. Although I should probably do my Pilates. I have not done any workout, any of my Pilates this whole time I've been here. So that was my thought. I was like, well, whilst they're gone, maybe I'll just put on my little workout attire and just do even like a 25-minute little Pilates express type of video. So I think I still might do that. But yeah, for now I'm just kind of sipping the coffee. They're probably going to be back pretty soon at this point because I think they said they're just going to be gone for a short walk. But yeah, they're with all the dogs as well. So I'm just here by myself. And so yeah, initially I was kind of like, oh, I was kind of upset or like a little bit disappointed that I wasn't going to go on the walk. But then I was like, you know what? I actually cherish this time on my own where I can just sip my coffee with this great music. Okay, my brother has been waking us up with turning on the record player, and he chooses the specific music. It's like having a specific alarm clock every morning, but it wakes you up in like this slow way. It's like you just slowly awaken rather than bam, like, ugh, you know. I need to make sure that I thank him because it's been really cool. And I've really enjoyed his music choices. I've already found some new musicians via this. So that's been really cool. So anyways, I'm happy to just be chilling here, making this obviously. I want to, if I have time anyways, start putting together some of my videos so that my phone doesn't get too full and start getting those ready. So that's also what I'm doing. And then also I can do some of my social media jobs because I actually need to do some of that today. Clock into work for a little bit. But yeah, it's my sister's last day, so she will leave in like 5 hours or something. Oh, and also Abby, my sister-in-law, said that we can make some stuff with her clay. She's a great artist in all different ways. She reminds me a lot of my friend Tess, actually. They have like very much the same interests. But yeah, so she said that we could make something, and I just got so enthused at the idea. I'm like, there's so much I could make with clay. I could make some really cool mugs. I could make a little figurine. I could make a little espresso cup. You know, there's so much I could make, so I'm like, I'm so excited. Although we won't get to glaze it today, because I was thinking it'd be cool to make a mug. I kind of like the potbelly mug, like a little potbelly, it goes up, and then it'd be cool to like do different color stripes all the way down. I thought that'd be cool. Or paint a picture on it, or like write my name on it. There's just so many cool ideas. But either way. So yeah, that's pretty much what we'll do the rest of the day, I think. Is just kind of hang out here once they get back anyways from their walk. But yeah, they said that they're not going to be gone that long because the dogs will get super hot because they left later in the day. I think they were planning to leave at like 6 a.m., but instead they left at like 9:30 a.m. So they'll probably be back any minute now, actually. But yeah, those are some updates. I feel like I was going to say something else, but I don't know. It's been a good time. Yesterday, yeah, we've just been going out and eating. It's kind of like, whoa. It's like I don't realize how much I eat until I'm visiting someone, and it's like all we're doing, it feels like, is just like going to this place to eat, then this place to eat, then this place to eat. It's like, but anyway, so yeah. And then tomorrow me and my mother will, well, today we'll pick up the rental car, and then tomorrow I will be driving it, and we'll be headed over to, oh yeah, first we'll go to visit my cousin out in the boondocks, and that will be really cool, probably. It'd be great to see her. And then we'll head to Asheville and explore Asheville. So I need to look up some stuff because my mom pretty much said she's like the first day. So yeah, not tomorrow, but either way, the first day in Asheville, I can choose what we do. And then the second day we're doing what my mom wants. So I was like, oh, that's a cool way to do it. So yeah, I'm quite enthused for that. And also my hair dried really cool. It looks nice. Like I took a shower last night and this is how it turned out. And then I put it in a little bun for a bit. Anyways, yeah, it's been a good time here. This is getting really long, so I'm just gonna end this here, I think. But maybe I'll show more of the day. But yeah, hope you're doing great. If anyone is listening, did I even finish the story about? I guess okay. Also, the ending, I guess, of that story about meeting Rand is that we still keep in touch, and he sends me this beautifulest of pictures because, as I said, he travels around still. Mostly, yeah, he's just wherever, but he's just living like a simple life out in wilderness or something. He also has family and stuff. Okay, that was a funny thing because like me and him were both at the garden by ourselves, but our family was nearby. Like we were about to meet up with our family. Like literally, his daughter or someone called as we were sitting there, and then like my brother called. It was just like a funny like alignment. But anyways, we've kept in touch for the past 2 years, and like he's recommended certain books. Like we just randomly message each other. Just like he'll randomly say, "Glorious day to you, Mary." Like hope you're having the most beautiful day. Like all these uplifting messages. I'm just like, I love this. Like this is the stuff that I love. Just like these like uplifting messages. And yeah, and then also when I went to California last year with Tess, he actually was like, hey, I have a friend, or he even said I could stay with his family. He also said like, hey, I have this friend in Enchilada, as I call it. It's like Ensenada, I think. And you can stay with her if you want, as a place to stay for free. And she was the nicest lady. She was also very spiritual, and she was just like, yes. She's like, I can pick you guys up. Like, you're so welcome to stay here. You can sleep in this bed. Like, the house is yours. She was even gone for a lot of it. She just let me and my friend just like live in her house for those few days that we were in Enchilada, California. And she had the most perfect location. It was literally on the beach. And that was just all through meeting this Rand guy. So yeah, more to say, I guess, but that's the gist. And yeah, it's just super special. I love those types of cool connections, It's just like you're walking and it's like, hey, I feel like we jive. Let's become friends. Okay, friends. Now we're friends. Anyways, so yeah, I feel like I'm getting too long with chatty. So I'm gonna say goodbye. Maybe I'll make this into one video. Maybe I'll make it into 2 videos. I don't know. But yeah, hope you're doing great. Cheers. I'm sure I had more to update you on, but I don't know what it is at the moment. So instead, I'm just gonna leave you at that. And I hope that you're having a great day. I have not meditated yet today, so that's something else to do. If I have time before we do whatever we're doing next. Also, Abby makes sourdough, so she makes a bunch of stuff with sourdough. Oh, it's so good. She made some English muffins, I guess, so I'm gonna chow down on some of those right now too. A lot to do. Okay. Oh, and we're also gonna do laundry. Yes, because literally I've sweated through all of my clothes. Literally sweated through, like they are pure wet. It's crazy. Anyways, okay. Cheerios. Peace out. Bye.
I like have wanted to play. I like
Well,
it's like I'm adjacent to like reasons like here's all these
cheers. Just got coffee. Sarah got something with cardamom. I got a caramel something or another. Now we're off to meet up with family and go somewhere else. persuaded me.
I'm gonna save this for later. Life was a party, dressed like it. Audrey Hepburn.
Oh yeah, true.
I like that kind of stuff.
Durham, North Carolina. How do you like today so far?
I love it. It's wonderful.
And we're at the same place that they gifted me this. And I got some cool stuff.
They gifted you that little
Well,
ring?
for Christmas. And it's from there.
Oh, it's from Paul and Abby?
Yes. So yeah, that's kind of
And
fun.
those are the Abby's earrings she got at the same time.
Super cool walkways here. Colorful. And we're headed to a hamburger place. And look at that sign. It's time to believe in magic. Harry Potter.
The play.
Next year, right? Oh, really? In January or something?
Hello, we are now at a milkshake ice cream shop. I'm not getting anything, but some other people are. Another hot day out. I just feel quite self-conscious of my cellulite on my legs. Not that I need to go into it, but just being honest, but it's okay. And yeah, then I think we're headed back and I'm quite full. That burger was amazing though. Okay, bye. I bet it'd feel good. Sarah is now leaving, off on her journey back home. And we are picking up the car that we will be using tomorrow, me and my mother. At the car lot, here is the car that I will be driving back to my brother's and then tomorrow to Asheville.
Just a minute, because I know that has his address in here. I'm just gonna call it. This bench right here?
Sure.
Right here?
Alright, well this was a longer video, but hope you enjoyed if anyone is here, and I will see you again very soon. Also, those chips are really good.